It's Week 11 of the 2042 season, and we'll see this team's veteran running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Hope y'all ready for this one. Coming up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch, Brock. One side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's Week 11. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 34. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to the air here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. They'll send out the punting unit. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. Leading them out, someone we're all very excited to watch. This rookie quarterback from the University of Oklahoma.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone, that's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win, and he knows he's got to do more for his team.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one does not go far. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
And the fair catch secured here at the 16. No return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Now we're on the counter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 36. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He hands it off. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 37. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Option headed to the left on 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time. I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Now looking to throw. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Motioning one of the tight ends. From the 35 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Cut out left. He breaks the tackle. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45.
It's a gain of 10.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They've got first down from the 31.
First down, Chicago.
Still sticking with the passing game. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, I think they like to say in baseball, clear the mechanism, and that's what you got to do. You've got to let that play go and simply move on to the next. Hey, listen, rare is the game where pass protection ever is going to win 100% of the time, so move on to the next one.
And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
Stays, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
This offense making its way back out now. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on first down. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a pickup of a yard, and that is how our first quarter will end. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Just 3-0 is our score. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They have it 3rd and 7. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal trying to miss the mark. To throw it on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Connecting on the slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They'll throw it again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Sending the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down. Here's a throw. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd down, looking for options. Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Dumped off to his running back. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Putting a receiver in motion. On 2nd and 5 now. Dumps it off to his running back. Touchdown, Chicago! So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Handoff now out of the gun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
He's going to throw this one. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Play action on 1st down. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They can bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Has it down close. He makes it in for the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys push their lead to 3. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He'll throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That punt goes 63 yards. And they're going to take over possession. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Completes this one to Baker. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On the move, headed right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finds his back complete. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Collects this at the 35. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense getting all set for this series. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Handoff now from the gun. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3-and-out.
That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. They motion the tight end over. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, you can give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Trying again following the sack. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll take this forward to the 20 before they take him down to the turf. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Now outruns their offense to take over. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They're throwing it. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Catch made by Cooks. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 31. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 4 there. And they're going to have a first down.
First things here at the 27-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. This finds Cooks complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. So we've reached halftime. Only a 6-point difference between these clubs. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coach. All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the third quarter. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Dump off caught by his back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be their football. Here comes their offense out again. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Now a give on the counter. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They connect on the deep shot. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards in the end.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
A give now from the gun. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw now. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
First down from the red zone. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys push their lead further to start the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
He's throwing for it! And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense getting set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Throw left side, complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They send a tight end in motion. Here's 2nd and 5. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
To throw here on first down. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
The vet in his 14th season, still knocking him through. And the lead is back down to 9.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one, and it'll give them a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They're going play action. It is caught left side. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That's going to be caught by Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Their offense running back out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. 1st down, ball at the 36. They'll run here from the gun. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pass play coming here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
On is the punt team, and away goes the punt. That's taken at the 15. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. Their offense ready to take the field now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll throw on first. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got 1st down from the 31. One of the tight ends motioning right. On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Pass play now. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll give them a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, ball at the 36. Right up the gut. And he's taken down on a short run that gets inside the 35. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Lone back gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Looking for a throw here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Looking to the air here. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's second down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And we'll turn our focus now to the flag down as he ends up out of bounds. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're gonna wait to see how they respond. Here we go, second and very long. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Dropping back to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Throwing now from the gun. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. These guys get it back to within 2 possessions. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
That one right down the middle. And his guys drop the lead back to 13. Here comes Williams on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
After 29-yard line.
From the 29. Finds him on the slant. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Give now to the running back. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the well again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in St. Louis. These guys approaching win number 7 on the year. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hand off to the back. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
The give here on 2nd. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the ends after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. This celebration begins for our winners as we say so long from St. Louis.